So you have a prop that you want to 3D print or just might be interested in 3D printing it, and you don't have a 3D printer, like you don't have somewhere to put one, you can't afford one, whatever the case may be. Well, I'm going to show you how to get a 3D print without getting a 3D printer. Hello everyone, my name is Kier Crates, and you might recognize me from that semi-viral reel, Deadpool tries kissing Iron Man. And yeah, that exploded more than I ever thought it would. I don't know why. But at any rate, today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get a 3D print without having to own a 3D printer. Which, this all wouldn't be possible without today's video sponsor, JLC3D Print. Well, it's JLC3DP on the box. And here's the moment when my microphone disconnected and decided to ruin the recording. So now here's me re-recording it and some of the footage taken from the footage without the audio. This is so amazing. I love technology. So JLC3D Print is a 3D printing service. I can go online, go to their website, and select any file that you have in your library and go ahead and have them print it. And what I mean by file is an STL file, which is what most 3D printing files are. So basically, you just send it over, put it on the website, choose your material, and go ahead and just approve it and like whatever. I will show you the whole process actually like right now. Alright everybody, so here we are on JLC3D Print's website here. As you can tell, it's a pretty nice and clean website, and I will have a link down in the description below for the website. And anyone who clicks this link will actually get $60 off of their first order, which is pretty freaking awesome. Like, you'd actually get a decent amount of nice stuff for 60 bucks. So here's the website. You get a couple options here. You have 3D printing, and then you have CNC machining. Clearly, we want 3D printing, so hit quote now, and then here's your website where you add stuff. So in order to add a 3D file for them to 3D print, you first have to drop it down in this add 3D file section here. So you want to click that, and I just dropped the 3D file in there. So that's going to take a second to load, and because of how large the file is, it is going to take a second because it's a high quality STL by KA Cosplay Tech. So when JLC3D Print reached out to me, I wasn't 100% sure why I was going to have them print, which I did have a couple ideas for a few projects. My Insomniac face shell. So if you guys have been following the channel, which if you haven't already, you should hit subscribe. It's pretty cool stuff. A while ago, back in like October of 2023, I made a video where I made the Insomniac Advanced 2.0 suit from Spider-Man 2. So somewhat recently, I sold that original shell off. So after that video, I kind of retired that shell, and KA Cosplay Tech updated the file to be more accurate since the game came out. So I went ahead and I made that, and clearly you could see that I had this sign. This is signed by Yuri Lowenthal, the voice actor for Spider-Man in the games, which it's still like one of the coolest things I own. He signed something I made. That's so cool. But ever since he signed it, I went ahead and retired that shell as well. It's been living on my shelf in the background of my videos ever since. So I haven't had an Insomniac face shell for a while, and I haven't been able to use the advanced suit for a very long time. So, thanks to JLC3D Print, I didn't really have the time to like get this all set up and printed with all the projects I'm doing, so I went ahead, had them take care of that for me, and here we are. So, like I said, we had the file uploaded. Now, be sure that when you upload your files, and if you're doing something that's supposed to be on your body, like the face shell, for example, you scale the face shell or whatever you're doing first, just to make sure that you know it fits, which there are plenty of tutorials out there for that. I have an Armorsmith video coming soon for my Mark 40 series, so that's one way. There's also a fantastic scaling video by Saturday Morning Props, as well as Frank We Built. There's so many videos out there for scaling, so go ahead, check those out first before you upload your files, have them 3D printed, so that way they fit you when they arrive. So as you can see, they have a ton of options that they give you, so we're going to run through these one by one. So first off is the 3D printing technology. So basically that's the type of material that you want to use. So they give you quite the selection of options. You have resin, which is SLA printing, nylon, Metal, which is really cool. I hope to eventually get a metal print at some point because I have an idea for that actually if this goes well. FDM plastic, which is basically what you get on like most 3D printers, like your Ender Freeze, your Neptunes, and a whole lot of mainstream printers. And then you have another type of nylon, and then you have another form of resin. So for the face shell, I want to do just basic FDM printing. And now that we selected that, our options have changed. And now we can select the specific type of material that we want to use. We have ABS, PLA, ASA, which is somewhat like ABS, PA12CF, and TPU plastic, which TPU is flexible. So ABS is kind of like what your Lego bricks are made out of, and a lot of like plastic toys are like plastic casts and stuff like that. It's a very strong and durable material, and as you can see, as I hover over each of the materials, it gives you a really great detailed description of the materials if you're unsure of what each one is and what their strengths and weaknesses are. So like for example, it says for ABS, durable, high temperature resistance, good toughness, and good comprehensive performance. PLA, which is a very common 3D printing material, environmentally friendly, easy to degrade, and all that fun stuff. ASA, durable, high temperature resistance. It's very comparable to the ABS. PA12CF, durable, high temperature, good toughness, and comprehensive performance. So again, similar to ABS and ASA. TPU, flexible. So for this, I actually want to select ABS for its high heat resistance and its high durability. And color, you could choose black or white. If you're going to be post-processing your print, it doesn't really matter, but just for my sake, I'm just going with black. And then build time, this only gives you like one selection, so don't even worry about that. And quantities, so how many of these you want to print. And then you want to make sure that you put a product description on here. So for this, I usually just put toy and entertainment, toy part. And that's pretty much all you need to do for that. Now, I also want to make this very clear before you order that they have a disclaimer, and I did talk to them about this because my original idea was shot down just because it goes against their policy mostly, which I totally get, it's their policy. So, uploading weapons or parts containing export controlled items which violates their terms of use will result in account disabled. So they will not print like any type of weapon props. So be very, very mindful, just so that way you can get the prints that you want and you keep your account. But a lot of you guys know me for my face shell content and my Spider-Man content. So printing a Spider-Man face shell, absolutely no problem. As well as some other odd and end props that you might want to do. Like I think a web shooter might be okay. Like a small handheld prop, like an arc reactor, like the things of that sort, that should be all good. So if you have a miscellaneous project, this is perfect. So yeah, that's all uploaded. So I'm going to go and actually upload a lens I want to use. And for this guy, I want to print this in resin. So I'm just going to keep it on SLA. And then we're just going to go over each of our options, see what I want. So I believe I went with 9600 resin for this. Mostly just because it has some really nice description here. So it says it has good surface texture, it's smooth, and it has high toughness and durability. So that's kind of what sold me on that. So it only comes in matte white. So surface finish, you can either choose for them to post-process it for you or not actually. So if you want them to sand it, they can. But for this, I'm gonna hit no, and it only takes off like a few cents. But for my future face shell video, I want to do all the post-processing myself just so I can show you guys the process. So I'm just gonna leave that off. And then quantity 1, product description, toy and entertainment, parts and toys. And then that's pretty much it. Just imagine I have the left frame in here and the total cost is around 80 bucks. So the estimated shipping is around 41 bucks on this, which is kind of high, but you gotta remember it's gonna be sent from a large box. So that's fine. And with the link down below, again, you'll be getting the first $60 off. So this would take the 77 to only about like 17 or about 20 bucks if we had the second lens on there. So yeah, let's go ahead, just save this to cart. And when you're ready to check these out, you want to make sure you select everything that you slice here. So if you end up setting up a bunch of different prints on here, you can actually just select which ones you want and they're all saved. So you can just select what the ones you want to get printed will be, so that way they can print whatever and you can just save another project for another time. So estimated shipping, we can change that and to like something lower, so let's do the $41 one, and this would basically round you about to 120 bucks. So, and then all that's left is go for checkout, which is basically just the same exact process as his website. I'm not even going to go over that. And then after you place your order, you might want to keep an eye on your email because they might email you talking about some concerns that they may have with your order and if you want to approve of it or not, which I really love that customer service because they're like, hey, we noticed a couple possible failure points. Are you okay with the risk? So here they show me a detailed look at some of the walls of the print, saying that they were kind of thin, basically saying that there's a high risk of deformation if I don't change a couple settings with it. But they will still ask if the risks are acceptable. And then they show a couple more things on the face shell as well, like here with like some of the thinness and stuff, and they asked me if that's okay. And then I gave them the approval to go through with it. Now they did send me some pictures of final print, which I can't really find right now, but if I find that email, I will put it here. But basically they said, hey, we printed it and we noticed like an issue or two on the face shell. There was basically an under extrusion issue. I went ahead and I approved it anyway because I knew that wouldn't damage the face shell or like make it like any less structurally sound. I've worked with a lot of 3D prints, just like a bit of an under extrusion. That's usually fine and it's very, very fixable. I went ahead and asked them in case I didn't approve of it, what would they have done? So basically, if you don't approve of a print, they will do one free reprint for you and they will send you basically a coupon code to get it reprinted, so that way everything will be free and you get another try at it. So that was really cool of them that they're able to do that. And in case you want them to try and get it perfect, unlike me who's okay with a couple imperfections because I can get it fixed, that is just perfect for you. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the ordering section of everything. So let's go ahead and jump back to past Kira and go over the product.
Thank you, future Kira, for doing that and going through the painstaking service of going through that editing hell. So this is the box it comes in. It's a very nice, thick cardboard box. So they know how to package things well. I'm trying to not to dox myself. But showing you the unboxing here, everything is very nicely packed away. It's very tight. The item is not shifting around in there, and it's just all super secure, and it's not going to break in shipping, at least more than likely. It's fantastic packing job. But yeah, inside of the box here, there's a bunch of foam in here, stuff like that. I just kept it in here just to show, like, it's really, really nice packaging. I'm probably actually going to reuse that for when I ship stuff out. But yeah, it's super nice stuff. It's super nice packaging. I can't say it enough. This is the face shell that they printed right here. Now, the print came out pretty good, but there is like one issue that was on it. But at the end of the day, I did approve of the file. It turned out pretty good, all things considered, other than the under extrusion issues here. And honestly, I'm very satisfied with it because, like, if you look at like some of the more layery parts, the problem is there's not too many layery parts. It looks really, really good. So I can't wait to post-process this and do a full, like, in-depth face shell tutorial start to finish video. I'm very excited to finally do that. I've gotten questions about face shells a lot, and I haven't done anything with Spider-Man for a very long time. So I'm very, very excited to start post-processing this and make a full in-depth guide on start to finish on a Spidey shell. But enough ranting about that. Let's talk about the lenses quick. So I got the lenses here printed in resin. So what that means is that it's able to print details a lot better. So if you're doing something detailed like lenses with like really fine shutters in them, like the Advanced 2.0 shell or like an MCU shell or something like that, I highly suggest selecting resin because you can get a lot more crisp details in those shutters without having to do post-processing in them. Now there's a little bit of a rough part like up here, but like that's fine. That'll easily sand down, but like these should be like have like very minimal post-processing to them. I just gotta like clean up some of the rough areas real quick. Resin is great for Spider-Man lenses because it reduces the amount of post-processing work you need, and it just makes the whole process go a lot better. And this turned out pretty dang well. One problem, and this is completely on me. So here we have two different files here. This is the Advanced 2.0 Mark II from Kenneth, so he made two versions of this face shell. You saw the first version in my Advanced 2.0 suit video a year ago in October. Well, not like October 2024, no, free. Yeah, October 2023, that's when the game came out. You saw that video. So that used his Mark I file, which he made before the game came out, and he had better reference pictures. So I accidentally gave them one of the lenses is the Mark I, and then this one's the Mark II. So that's on me. That is completely on me. Make sure when you're sending files, just make sure you're double checking that you sent the correct files. It's a very easy problem to avoid. I'm just dumb. But hey, it gives me a good excuse in the other video to print one of the lenses myself. I still got to decide if I want to do FDM or resin. Make sure you're selecting the right files. But yeah, these guys turned out really, really nicely. And again, can't wait to finish this. So now, thanks to JLC3D Print, I'm able to do that again. Well, I mean, I could have printed it myself. But hey, it's a great idea because I wanted to show you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are Spider-Man cosplayers. And this is just a great way to like get done like 1 or 2 face shells that you just really want to do. So yeah, I will have a link down below to JLC3D Print, and just make sure you guys check that out. And if you can't get a 3D printer, absolutely check them out. They do phenomenal work and it was great to work with them. But yeah, I'm very excited to do this video on post-processing this face shell. It's going to be super neat. Can't wait to show you guys how to do that. And yeah, just make sure to check them out and leave a comment down below on what type of project that you're going to be doing using their service. I'm very enthusiastic to see what you guys are doing, and you know, just like, even if it's not Spider-Man, maybe it's like, I don't know, like a fandom for like Half-Life, or like, I don't know why I said Half-Life, but you know, you get the idea. I like all kinds of fandom. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it very informative and helped you make a decision. If you want to go for that 1 or 2 props, or like how many props you want to do, and go with JLC 3D Print versus getting a 3D printer and not have a place to put it, or whatever may have you. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below, like I said before. And just make sure to follow my other social media, like my Instagram, Kier Creates Cosplay, and just whatever else is down below. I don't know if TikTok's banned at this point or not. This is before the official ban. But I hope you guys enjoy, and until next time, where you don't buy a 3D printer and then you commission someone to print something for something. I don't know where I'm going. That's all right. Have a great rest of your day.